Well, a new year always brings big changes, so what does 2014 have in store for us?
Well, futurist Ross Dawson is here to tell us what we can expect. Ross, thank you for coming in. You didn't have to. It's New
Good
Year's.
morning.
New Year's Day. Now, first, a big one many Aussie families want to know about, the future for jobs in 2014, because at the end of 2013, we did see a lot of people out of work, unfortunately.
Well, we're seeing a massive shift in the whole nature of work in this year and in coming years. And one of the things is that work can be done anywhere around the world. In fact, we're getting not just truck drivers in Perth can drive trucks in the Pilbara, over 1,000 kilometers away. So it's not just knowledge jobs, but any other jobs can be done around the world. And also more and more jobs are being automated as computers become so much more capable. So what this means is that where the jobs are, where the value is creativity and relationships. That's where the jobs of the future lie, as more and more jobs are distributed around the world and replaced by computers.
Yeah, the workplace is definitely changing and evolving. Does that mean education is changing as well?
Education must change. We all must learn. The world is changing so fast. We all need to learn in any ways to be able to keep ahead of our jobs. But also schools of today are simply not preparing our children for what the world will be like in the future. So one of the big shifts that has to happen is we need to move away. The schools have always made children the same. They've taught them in the same way. They've tried to make them the same. Now we have the opportunity to personalize education, to create the education that's unique for the individual, what their aptitudes are, how they think. We can do this today. We couldn't do that before. But these institutions, the schools must change.
So you think they should be pushing the envelope more than they are?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's critical.
Yeah. One of my favourite topics to talk about, shopping. We shopped up an absolute storm last year. What's that looking like this year?
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that we will continue to love shopping.
We will be doing more shopping? Excellent.
And though it will change in its nature. So clearly there are more and more opportunities for us to shop online. And part of it is that things can be delivered faster. You will give them richer and richer experiences. Yet we still will want to go to physical stores. What we're seeing is both online retailers are creating physical stores because online is not enough, and physical stores are moving to online. What it means is that this is giving more and more choice to consumers, to all of us, because we are giving all of those experiences. We're giving experience, we're giving that personalized products, community. These are the things which are creating better experiences for shoppers.
With more and more people doing more and more stuff online, you know, privacy and security are concerns for a lot of people who don't like handing over so much information. What's the future? What do you see in your crystal ball?
Well, we are really moving to crunch time. As in, I think that for a long time we have let our privacy erode, and now we have companies, you know, retail, online retailers, for example, are picking up all of our behaviors and patterns so they can actually predict what we want and how we'll behave better than we may know it ourselves. And the big crux we've had last year now was that the National Security Agency in the United States, we found out that they were, amongst other things, tracking the locations of phones 6 billion times a day around the world. This includes Australians.
The location of what?
Of phones, people's mobile phones.
Yeah.
Wow.
So not Americans, Australians, other people around the world. So governments and Australian intelligence, US intelligence are tracking us. They have far more data about us than we have ever known. And now we're beginning to know that. I think we do need to say, is this something which we are really comfortable with? And we need to express ourselves if we don't feel comfortable with that.
Technology, on the flip side, can be incredibly positive, though. Do you think we'll be changing our bodies in any weird or wonderful ways with fantastic new technology?
The promise of the medical technologies is extraordinary. So, for example, we are getting to the stage where we can grow organs to replace failed kidneys, for example. We can start to also just gather data, more and more data about our bodies so that we can respond better, and ultimately move to the point where we can extend our lives. These are the promises of the medical technologies of today and tomorrow. And you know, I think that we need to look to these technologies to create these benefits for ourselves.
Can I just ask, how do you become a futurist? What did you study to become a futurist?
I've never formally studied...
How do you know so much?
I've worked in many ways across many countries and many industries, and I think diversity of perspective, diversity of outcomes is what enables me to pull that together, to see all these things and to build a pattern and communicate that, which is my job.
What should we be most concerned about in the year ahead?
There's many things. I think the world of work is one of the most important ones, where there is much promise. As I say, there's real rich jobs where we can be more and more fulfilled, but I think we need to be very wary that the fact we could start to get more unemployment through this rise of connected work and the machines. And so that's something we need to understand, and we need to build skills, we need to build education critically to be able to support us to build that better future given these challenges.
Fascinating stuff. Thanks
Good
for talking
insight,
to us.
thank you.
What are the lotto winning numbers?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not tuned in today.
All right, that's enough of you. Coming up, is buying a lotto ticket a sign of problem gambling? There you go.
Plus, the celebrity couples most likely to get married or break up in 2014. Find out who we're talking about next.